didn't see anyone drop it. I just found it on the ground.
Okay.
And I returned it when I saw someone drop it, and I was behind them.
Actually, my cousin, when we were out one time at Dorney Park, if you're familiar with it, dropped a wallet. Ended up having someone else pick it up. I believe the guy was about 40 years old, African-American man, picked up his wallet. 2 hours later, was able to return it to him over the PA system. So I personally haven't, but I've seen it before.
I returned it.
Okay.
Drop money. If I don't see who dropped it, I've kept it.
I would return it if I knew who it belonged to.
I would try to return it, but if it was just like I don't know, like $20 or less, I feel like I'd try. But if they were already pretty far gone, I'd just be like, eh.
I feel like it's your duty to return it.
I would return it.
If I ever seen someone drop any money, I would definitely return it.
If I'm not around where the money is, I want them to keep it. They probably need it more than I did.
I would hope that they would return it back to me.
I would hope to think that people would automatically give it back to me if they saw me drop it, but that's probably not what would happen.
Probably the same thing. Try and give it back. But if I'm like blocks away and I didn't hear them call me, it's whatever.
If I dropped it, I would really hope that they'd return it back to me.
That really depends on the person, because some people are good people and some people aren't. That can't be. I don't really think there's a norm to it. It all depends on the person.
The social norm is probably that they keep the money, but depends on the person.
Depends on the situation. If a person sees another person drop it, they'll automatically give it back, but if they just find it on the ground, they're not going to go out of their way to find the person that lost it.
I think most people would try to return it.
I think it is, for the most part, to return it if you see someone drop a wallet or money, but I do know that not everyone does that. I think some people feel that if someone drops money, they can get away with it because it's kind of easier. But I do think the social norm is to return a dropped wallet or money.
Now, after we did all of our interviews and looked through a lot of our information and our sources, we realized that most people have returned money that they have found, or they have an experience where they dropped money and people have given it back.
Every person that we interviewed, except one, said that they would return the money.
So the social norm would be to return the money other than having a few deviants.
So after comparing all our interviews and our sources, which all of our interviews said that people would most likely return it, and two of our sources also said the same thing, where everybody in the experiment returned the money. We think that most people are going to return the money, but there might be a few single cases where people won't.
So to conclude, our official hypothesis would be that the majority of the people will return the money, but we do expect to have a small case of people that would keep the money for their personal gain.
To conclude, we figured out that most people would return money if we dropped it right in front of them.
15 times our money was picked up, and only 13 times was it actually returned back to us.
The footage in our video showed some of our experiments out of 15.
And then we can conclude that our hypothesis was true and that most people did return the money, but then there was a select few that kept it.